Yeah.
However, I don't make banana splits much, and so I wasn't familiar with the whipped cream that they have, which requires a lot of shaking.
Nice.
Didn't know that. So I squirted it out, not shaken enough, and it was liquid.
Yeah.
Right. So that is such a wonderful example. Thank you, Kimberly.
You're welcome.
So for behavioral questions, we use the STAR method. So if Kimberly was prepping for an interview and she was prepping for that question, she would clean up the answer, right? So what she could talk about is the situation is, I worked at this ice cream store or whatever it was, ice cream store, and my task was I had to make this sundae. And whatever came out, watery, whatever.
Yeah.
So through my head, there was a couple of things I could have done. I could have kind of hidden it, right? But I thought, I am in a pickle and the customer is here and I need to resolve this. And oftentimes I like to work independently, but this was a great time. This was a time when I needed to just raise my hand and get help. So anyways, that is a great story that you can build out using the STAR method. And when you use the STAR method, doesn't it sound really sharp? When you interview for scholarships, I know my daughter, she had to go in and interview for a scholarship, right, for 4-H. When you use the STAR method, you sound like really sharp.
And they don't even know you're doing it, they just think, wow, they're so well spoken and well thought out. Yeah.
So, the interview is wrapping up. What questions, I'm the manager interviewing you. We're wrapping up. So what questions do you have for me? Yes.
What would you say the qualities are of your employee who does the best job?
Good. Excellent question. Cindy.
I was going to make a joke. Well, you're handsome. Would you have dinner with me?
Maybe.
What are some other questions you can ask? Yes, Grace.
When can I expect that decision
Yeah.
or response?
Yeah. Yeah. When do you think you'll be making a decision?
Is there anything that you've seen from me so far that would prevent me from getting the job?
Future reference.
Oh, well. Where did you come up with that?
Listening to talks, I guess.
Smart.
That is brilliant. When
Can you repeat that? I want to write that down, actually.
Repeat that?
yeah, that was really good.
Anything you've seen from your
Trinity just kind of sat back and did the smack daddy right at the end. So what Trinity said, a good question to ask at the end, and I had forgotten about this question, and I'll tell you a story behind it, is there anything that I've said or anything you've seen in my resume that concerns you about me doing this job? So let me tell you a story, Trinity. When I was with the staffing company, and we would send people out to come, so we would like pre-screen, and then we would send candidates out, and we would prep the candidates for their interview, and that was a question we would ask. Because the reason you ask that question is there may be an unspoken concern that you can clarify right now. You know, instead of that like being a question mark. That is really good, Trinity. Okay.
I think, what have you guys been eating?
I know.
They're on it.
They are.
Salmon.
There you go.
Good for the brain.
Okay. So,
Oh, there's a
what?
question. Right here.
Yes, awesome.
Ask a question about job specifics. Not so much like salary, but like something the job would involve. Like something I might use is, like what is the work environment like, or have you done this job before?
Yeah. Yeah. Or how about if well, you want to do something in the future? You know, your interest is in marketing or human resources, or you know, maybe the type of question you could ask is, you know, I'm interviewing to unload trucks right now, and I'm going to be your best truck unloader. But my aspiration is I'd like to be in marketing. If I do a good enough job, do you think I could spend some time shadowing in the marketing department? You know, asking something like that. So that's good. Okay, so you've asked your questions, right? You ended the interview, what questions do you have for me? You asked some brilliant questions. Now what do? So you're in the chair, you need to get out to your car. What's kind of the series of events that's about to happen right now? Walk me through it.
Can I follow up?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Thank them for their time.
Yep.
What?
So the scenario is, interview's over, you're about to leave, the interview place.
Correct.
Well, you thank them, shake their hand, ask any questions you have, ask them if there's anything else that they want to know about you, and be polite and then leave.
Right. That's good.
Look them in the eye and shake their hand.
What else? What else? Anything else? You gonna write a thank you note? So you should probably have thank you notes, right?
Open the door for them if they're leaving the room too.
Yeah, that's good. Thank them for their time, right? Good. Crack a joke. It's always fun to end on, on a funny.
So you said and I read in here, have like pre-prepared handwritten notes. I guess then you'd want to have something more generic, because you need to get their name and all that stuff to be able to write on there. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do something very generic. In your handwritten note, how would you go about doing that? Because like what do you mean by pre-prepared? I guess is really what I'm asking.
Oh, number one, on the you're talking thank you notes.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Own some thank you notes. Own some things that you can write.
Nice ones.
Oh, you mean like gosh, that's a fancy term for stationery.
Yeah.
Own some good stationery.
Yeah,
Okay.
have it. And then there's lots of like templates online.
Yeah.
So they're generally, thank you for taking the time to meet with me. Second paragraph is say something specific. I enjoyed hearing about the great trucks I'll be unloading. The top of the line Freightliner trucks. It will be my good privilege to.
Hey Rick, I want to comment on it. She said, is there anything that would stop you from hiring me? When I went for the security guard job less than a year ago, I didn't care if I got the job or not, because I'm just going to go to the security job. When I left, I said, there isn't any reason why you guys shouldn't hire me. I mean, I was real cocky. I was kind of laughing when I said it, but I said, there's no reason. I live in town, I'm retired, I have 6 kids that are, because they're saying, how are you going to relate with children? I go, I raised 6 of them at home. I can relate with the
So
rest
you
of them.
made it kind of a fun.
Yeah, I kind of made a fun thing, but there's no reason why you guys shouldn't hire me. And they kind of chuckled, I thought, I probably shouldn't have said that. But I got the job. Well, I got the job, but it was a little cocky thing to say, but.
Yeah, the whole Vincent, using Vincent's thing, you moved them,
Well, it's know your audience too, and these guys are all about my age, and I kind of felt the vibe, so it's knowing your audience, knowing the company, knowing the job that you're going for, and you can take liberties like that. A little bit different situation if it's your first job interview. Teenager, you probably don't want to say that. But.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, in conclusion, page 11. Most jobs are obtained through what? Networking. Landing a job takes effort. There will be no responses for a while, then you'll get multiple offers at once. The goal is to get multiple offers. So your goal, here's a big tip on when you're out there interviewing. What people do is they have an interview with Home Depot, and they're just going to go for that one position. Gang, you have to go for all the jobs like it's the only job out there, multiple jobs. You're not trying to get a job, you're trying to get multiple offers at this point. Does that make sense? Having multiple offers gives you options. You can ask for more money because you have multiple offers. There's just multiple offers is good. It's not enough, it's not good enough to be good. You have to be better than the other candidates. There's more candidates than there are positions. The best is not always the smartest or most deserving. Best is the one that pursued the position in a smart, professional manner, right? The smartest person might not get along as well with the other employees. There's just all those intrinsic things we talked about at the beginning. Hiring is one of the most important things a manager does, right? We now understand what a critical decision and stressful it is for the hiring manager. Make the decision easy, avoid ambiguity, make it crystal clear what you are is, right? That was Mr. Olivato's example. Show up on time, not early, not late. Don't show up 45 minutes early. Utilize a portfolio writing pad. Ask solid questions to the interviewer. Conclude the interview professionally. Send a, what kind of thank you note? Handwritten. And we could debate that. Those girls are still arguing with me. Stop it. Follow up regularly. Hang in there. There will be a lot of no's before there's yeses. Gang, you're going to do this 12 to 15 times in your lifetime. You are going to get hundreds of no's. Suck it up, buttercup. Don't all shut down and all that. The goal is to get multiple offers. 17. Do a God-honoring job once you get the job. You can be the best interviewer, have the best resume. Gang, honor God. Don't be lazy, right? I'm just concerned we spend so much time about getting the job. Once you get the job, do a good job. Yes, sir.
So, if we're gonna do this 12 to 15 times, how do we get hundreds of no's?
Oh.
No.
You realize what you just said?
12 to 15 accepted.
Yeah.
12 to 15 jobs.
You're getting 12 to
200
15
job
yeses.
interviews.
There's a lot more no's than yeses.
I know. I know that's what you meant. I was trying to make a joke.
Oh.
You made us laugh.
I think we didn't get it.
Okay, 18. The best way to get your next job is to do a good job in what you're in. And most jobs, 70% are obtained through networking. A lot of your networking happens in your current job. So if you suck in your current job and all your coworkers know that, it's going to hamper your networking. You've ruined my rhythm here, buddy.
Alright. Well, when you're done, I'd like to finish the story Ryan started about the terrible people who left all that information in the story even after I left it. But I'd like to share that afterwards before you all jump up to the snacks.
Okay, thank you. All right, the bonus section. Just as God told Adam and Eve to work the garden, where do we work our garden? In doing so, we shed His light in the world. And I took Titus 2, 9 and 10. Many of us are familiar with this. We've read it before. And I put in some different words. You'll see those in italices. Titus 2, 9 and 10 says, teach slaves or employees to be subject to their managers in everything, to try to please them, not to talk back to them, not to steal from them. Believe it or not, once you start working, you are going to see, when my daughter started waitressing at Chili's, she would come home with her mind blown over people stealing stuff, talking back to managers, all these things that Titus talks about. So, teach employees, be subject to their managers and everything, to try to please them, not to talk back to them, not to steal from them, but to show that they can be fully trusted so that. So, what is the so that? Why do we do good jobs in our workplace? It's so that in every way they will make the teaching about God, our Savior, attractive. Doing a good job is a ministry. It's a ministry, gang. Okay. You leave that roll for a second, Mike. Some wrap up. First, if you guys would please help us out, and we need to get a little better about RSVPing for food and such. So please remember that. Any notes on food, Cindy?
Just the snack money goes in the snack jar and just make your way down. There, I have a sign in front of the little tray. I have some cheese and crackers out. The crackers that are next to the cheese are not gluten-free, but there's gluten-free crackers in a tray next to that. And then there's Rice Krispie Treats, which are gluten-free.
We like to wrap this up at 10. We certainly don't kick everybody out right at 10. We're rolling clocks. I'm old. I start grumpy, but it's just at the very beginning. We're losing an hour tonight, 10 o'clock game. What,
Oh yeah, who
what
forgot
do they say in the bars at closing time? You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. 10 o'clock game, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
Good job.
Be sure, meet Autumn. We're glad to have Autumn. There's games and stuff. And then you get the final word. Tell us your story.
So basically, we have this friend about 30 minutes down south or whatever, and they bought this storefront. I can't remember what the name of the store was, but anyway. Okay, well, jewelry store, something like that. Now they were renovating it to do more of a French antique shop kind of thing, where they have a bunch of stalls or whatever people set up. And in the back room, they had a computer. This computer was password protected, and we were trying to hack the computer and get into it. Now, we weren't able to hack into the computer, so we were trying to look everywhere, under desks, under drawers, to find a password they might have stuffed somewhere.
Nice.
So we saw this cabinet full of all these papers, and it was locked. So very convenient to have these metal bars stacked outside. We just smacked it. It was quite easy to break open. And we